Hello and welcome back to Cooking with Suzanne. Today we're going to make a delicious carbonara sauce to serve with pasta, and today we will serve it with linguine. And this recipe that I am preparing here today serves 2 people, but it doubles very, very easily. So the first thing, let's talk about all of the ingredients that we will need for our sauce. I have on the stove, I'm already sauteing. I put in 4 slices of bacon that I have sliced about a 1/4 inch slice here. And I put it in a cold pan, started off on low. That helps to really render all of the fat. So that's happening over here. And then I have another sauce pot over here that we're first going to sweat a small onion. So I have about a 1/2 cup, which is a small onion, which I have finely diced. And to your pot, you can either add a little bit of olive oil or a little bit of butter, or you could even use some of the bacon fat. So I'm going to go ahead and put in my onion and start to sweat it. What sweating means is to actually release all the water. You don't want to caramelize it, you're not looking for any color. You just really want to soften and draw out all the water out of the onion. So let me go ahead and turn this up a little bit and get our onion going. And another way to release some of the water from the onion is adding just a pinch of kosher salt. So I will go ahead and do that right now. A little bit of salt, give that a stir. And so I'm going to cover this, and I will lower the heat, put it on low, but make sure that it still has some action so we can talk about the rest of our ingredients. I have a beautiful large clove of garlic here, and I'm going to go ahead and use my vegetable slicer. And you just want to slice your garlic nice and thin. And of course you can do this by hand as well. Let's make it even thinner than that. There we go. So just one nice large clove of garlic is all you will need. And let's talk about our other ingredients. As far as herbs go, we're going to use a couple of sprigs of fresh thyme and 1 large bay leaf. If you can get your hands on fresh bay leaf, that would be ideal. This is a dry bay leaf because I don't have any fresh. And 1/2 and 1/2. Instead of cream, we're going to use 1/2 and 1/2. The first time I ever had a true carbonara sauce was in New York City in Greenwich Village in a very tiny restaurant called Po. And when it came to the table, it startled me because it was the first time I had a pasta dish presented to me with a raw egg yolk on top. And that is the true way of serving a carbonara sauce, is you put the raw egg yolk in the center of each plate and you mix the yolk into your pasta. So in order to do that, you really need to get good, fresh, local eggs. You need to make sure your eggs are super fresh, really good quality. A good local egg will definitely do the trick. If you're not comfortable with that, however, when we get to that step, we can talk about how you can mix your egg yolk into your sauce. Some people definitely won't eat a raw egg yolk, so we can actually incorporate the egg yolk right into the sauce. So let me just check the onion. What I'm going to do is take the sliced garlic and I'm going to just set it right on top of the onion. It should be fine here. Oh yeah, it's sweating very nicely. This takes about 6 to 8 minutes to sweat. There's lots of little action going on. It's little bubbles and it's just working, but very quietly, not caramelizing at all. So the garlic is sitting on top, and then to that we will add our thyme, our bay leaf, and 2 cups of the half and half. Then you want to bring that to a boil and then simmer it until it reduces by 50%. So you should end up with 1 cup of the liquid, and then you'd be ready for your next step. Okay, and in regard to the egg yolks, of course you would want your eggs to be room temperature if you're going to serve it over the hot pasta. You don't want these cold. So I'm going to save my whites for a cookie recipe that I am going to be making. So here we'll put 1 egg yolk in. And let's get our second egg yolk. And of course, try not to break the yolk. So we have our 2 egg yolks ready. As I said, this recipe serves 2, but it doubles very nicely. The only other 2 ingredients for a nice carbonara is fresh black pepper and Parmesan cheese, and you want to grate this just when you're ready to actually make the dish. So this is 1/4 cup, it's not a lot, and of course you can always have a little extra to put on top of your pasta. And I love peas. If these are frozen peas that I have thawed, but they're absolutely sweet and delicious and wonderful, and this will be added at the end. I have 8 ounces of pasta, and I have my water on the stove. It's already salted and ready to go. Okay, so let's get our thyme and our bay leaf into our onions and garlic. Oh, it smells so good. After we put in our half and half, and after the sauce has reduced by 50%, we're then going to strain it. So we'll strain out the garlic and the onion and the herb and the bay leaf. Get that strained, and then we will add our bacon, our peas, and our Parmesan cheese. Okay, I think we can get our half and half in now. Let's raise the heat. And so what is the purpose of the onion and the garlic and the thyme? It's to infuse it into the half and half so that it is incredibly flavorful. So you're not going to have a lot of sauce here. It's not meant to be a saucy dish. Carbonara is not meant to be that way. Okay, here we go. So once this comes to a boil, we're going to simmer this so that it reduces fairly slowly. You don't want this to reduce fast. You want to take your time with this. Okay, so our half and half and our onion and bay leaf and thyme and garlic has reduced to 1 cup. So I just take a little strainer, and all the onion and the thyme and everything is right in here. So here I have it in my measuring cup, and now we can continue with our dish. I also have a half a pound of pasta cooking over here. I have some linguine, and let's grab a clean saute pan so we can add our pasta right in here. We'll put our sauce in, and let's add our peas and our bacon, and we can get this heated up. We'll put it on low. We just want everything is fully cooked at this point, so we just want everything to be heated up. And as I had said, here I'm going to show you how you would do it with the egg yolk on top. But if you choose not to do that, you just take the egg yolks and whisk it directly in with your sauce and your peas and your bacon. But we'll do it the classic way. And here is our Parmesan cheese and our black pepper. And I think that is all we need. We can make sure this is heating up nicely. And you can always, if you want it just a little bit saucier, you can always add some of the pasta water, which is very flavorful. It's always nice to save some of that. A nice way to warm up your bowls too is you can actually add a little bit of pasta water to your bowl. If you were using even a large bowl, say you're going to do it family style, take even a large bowl, and if you just add a little bit of the pasta water even to a large bowl, warms up the bowls very nicely. So you have a nice heated bowl. And you just want to give this a nice stir. And of course, the last thing you want to add is your Parmesan cheese. Small amount, you don't need that much. And of course, the pasta is going to soak up all the sauce which you want it to. Go right into the center of your bowl. You want to make sure you get all the bacon and the peas. There we go. And then you make a little indentation right into the center of your pasta. And that's where you're going to put your beautiful egg yolk. Okay. There we go. And a little bit of Parmesan cheese. Black pepper. Then, when you sit down to eat it, you actually stir your egg yolk right into your pasta. So let me come around. So let's take a look. So here is our pasta carbonara with peas, bacon, and a beautiful egg yolk. Thank you very much. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel, Cooking with Suzanne Fine Regional Cuisine. If you make any of our dishes, please post it. We'd love to see it. And of course, we love all of your comments.